Yeah, and I think the big question is, and I keep wondering this about sort of the long-term way that this season is going to go, Mike, because, and I realize I'm taking a little bit of a 180, but I did not want to exit this show without getting your opinion on this. If the NFL chooses to add a week 18, and I think they really do not want to do that, okay? But if they choose to do a week 18, how much does that impact the number one seed in the NFC and the number one seed in the AFC? And I ask the question because the number one seeds, you work all year, you work your rear end off to be the number one seed. Can you imagine if your reward is, oh, by the way, you're off for 3 weeks? I mean, there's a lot of unfair things about this year. Go ahead.
I've got a solution. The solution comes from our mutual friend, Chris Mad Dog Russo. I was on with him the other day, and I was blown away by the simplicity of this, and it's one of those things where, damn it, I wish I'd thought of it. His idea is if you have a week 18, if you have a makeup week, you make that week 17, and you bump week 17 to week 18. So you don't have 3 weeks for the team that earns the bye in each conference, and your season still has that crescendo of action with everyone playing on Sunday, and we figure out all the seeding and all the playoff teams. So the week 18 is really week 17, and the makeup week is week 17. What do you think of that?
Well, I guess I would ask 2 questions. What if there's only 3 games in week 18? And which becomes week 17. So it's January 3rd, you turn on the TV, and are you saying that even teams that have nothing to play for have this bye, and now they got to hang around for an extra week? And I'm not saying, hey, look, I heard this the other day, Mike, and I actually think that it has a lot of merit. So I'm not killing it. All I'm saying is that the practical parts of it are a little bit weird. You wake up on Sunday morning, January 3rd, in what should be a really big day of football. You're reaching a crescendo, and it's a lead balloon. You got 3 games, and who knows? What if a couple of these games are Jets, Dolphins, or games that literally have no meaning whatsoever? So I don't know. It's interesting, and I don't dismiss it out of hand, but I think that it's certainly not ideal.
Well, and here's the other thing, too, and you've got some flexibility with what you can do because fans aren't going to be at most of these games. You can bump games around. We're already seeing them move the chess pieces willy-nilly. If it gets to the point where there are multiple games that are postponed, that would suggest we've reached a point where it's time to break glass in event of emergency and put all the teams in home market bubbles. Like if we get to the point where there's that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games that have to be rescheduled, that means we've had more outbreaks. That means they've been unable to fix it just by moving games to Monday or Tuesday or whenever they can fit them in. So if you're in a bubble, at that point, I think what you could do is you could do the makeup games whenever you want. You could do the makeup games first week of December if you want to and push everything back a week. So those games that would otherwise seem meaningless if you tack them on at the end of the season to the teams that are done, or if you do them in week 17 when it's the Dolphins or the Jets, and you do it in early December, most teams are still alive in early December. So there's different places you can drop the makeup week. And if you are in a bubble and the bubble's working, you don't have to worry about factoring in the possibility of other games being postponed. You can be confident that you're going to pull it off. So I think that I hope it doesn't come to it. But if it does, I think that I agree with the Mad Dog that we shouldn't just tack them on to the end of the season, that we should still find a way that the final Sunday of the season, whenever it is still the same final Sunday of the season that it always is, with everyone playing on the same day. So we'll see how that all plays out.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.